Hello everyone. You are on the Learn and Shine channel. Today's story is about a grandfather and his old watch. A watch that holds a very special memory from his youth. This story is full of wisdom, love, and a little mystery. You will hear about time, family, and the moments that truly matter. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this heartwarming story in simple English. Tom was 10 years old. He loved visiting his grandparents every summer. Their house was small but full of stories. There was a garden with flowers and an old wooden bench under a big tree. One afternoon, Tom sat with his grandpa in the garden. The sun was shining. Birds were singing. Grandpa was wearing an old silver watch. Tom looked at the watch. "Grandpa," he said, "where did you get that watch?" Grandpa smiled. He touched the watch gently. "This watch has a long story." Tom's eyes were wide. "Can you tell me?" Grandpa nodded. "Of course, my boy. Sit close, and I will tell you everything." Grandpa took a deep breath. "When I was your age, my father gave me this watch. It was my birthday. I remember it clearly. It was a cold morning," he continued. "My father worked as a train conductor. He came home early that day. He gave me a small box. Inside was this watch." Tom looked at the watch again. It had a small crack on the glass. The metal was old but shiny. It ticked softly. "I wore it every day," Grandpa said. "To school, to the library, to the park. I never left it behind. When I finished school, I was nervous," he added. "I had exams. I looked at my watch. Helped me feel calm. Tick-tick. It was like a friend." Tom smiled. "Did you do well?" "Yes, I did," Grandpa laughed. "After school, I got a job at a small bookstore. I loved books. The watch was always with me. I used it to open and close the shop." One day, Grandpa said, a young woman came into the bookstore. She was looking for a poetry book. Her name was Maria. Tom's eyes lit up. "That's Grandma." "Yes," Grandpa said. She had a sweet smile. She came back the next day and the next. I asked her if she wanted to get coffee. "What did she say?" "She said yes," Grandpa smiled. "I was so happy. I looked at my watch before I left. I didn't want to be late." Tom laughed. "Was it a good date?" "It was perfect," Grandpa said. "We talked for hours. She liked the watch too. She said, 'It's old but special.' That made me smile. We went on many dates," he added. "Then we got married. I wore the watch at our wedding. It ticked slowly, like it knew something special was happening." Tom was quiet. He was listening with his heart. Grandpa continued, "When your mom was born, I held her in my arms. The watch stopped ticking at that exact moment." "Why did it stop?" "I don't know," Grandpa said. "Maybe it wanted to pause time. Maybe it was magic. I like to believe that." Tom looked at the watch again. "Did it start working again?" "Yes," Grandpa nodded. "Later that night, I was sitting in this garden. I looked down and it ticked again." Grandpa leaned back. The years passed. Life was full of good days and hard days. But the watch stayed with me. "One day," he said, "I lost my job. The bookstore closed. I was sad. I looked at the watch. It reminded me of my father's words. Every minute is a new chance." What did you do next? I looked for a new job. I worked at the train station just like my father. I helped travelers. The work was hard but honest. Tom nodded. Were you happy? Yes, Grandpa said. Because I had your grandma. Every day I came home, and we had dinner in the garden. Did the watch help you at the station too? Of course, Grandpa said. It helped me be on time. And when I was tired I looked at it. It reminded me that time keeps moving. Then came the war, he said. I had to leave home. I was scared. But I took the watch with me. It was my only treasure. Tom sat quietly. Were you in danger? Yes, Grandpa said. But I had friends. One friend, Jack, lost his watch. I gave him mine for a few days. He said, "This feels like home." That made me proud. Did he give it back? Yes, Grandpa smiled. With a note. It said, "Thank you for giving me hope." After the war I came home. The town looked different, but Grandma was waiting. We sat under this same tree. Did the watch still work? Yes, Grandpa said. It never left my side. I wore it when your mom got her first job. I wore it at her wedding. I even wore it when you were born. Tom laughed. It's a lucky watch. It is, Grandpa said. But it's more than luck. Holds memories. Every scratch, every mark tells a story. Did it ever stop again? Yes, Grandpa said quietly. When your grandma passed away, I sat here alone. The watch stopped for 5 minutes. Tom looked down. I'm sorry. It's okay, Grandpa said. Time brings pain but also healing. And now I have you. Tom hugged his grandpa. The garden was quiet. The watch ticked gently. I want to give this watch to you, Grandpa said. One day when you are ready. When you understand that time is not just minutes. It's memories, kindness, and love. Tom looked at the watch again. I will take good care of it. I know you will, Grandpa said. Days passed. Every summer Tom came to visit. He sat with Grandpa. They talked, laughed, and remembered. The watch was always there. One summer Grandpa became sick. He stayed in bed. Tom visited him every day. They talked about old times. On Tom's birthday, Grandpa gave him a small box. Open it, he said. Tom opened it. Inside was the watch. But Grandpa, you're ready, Grandpa said. Make your own memories now. Tom wore the watch every day. He looked at it during school, at the library, even when he traveled. It helped him feel close to his grandpa. Years later, Tom became a teacher. He told stories to his students. One story he always told was about a watch. A silver watch that ticked through time, love, war, and family. And when his own son was born, Tom looked at the watch. For one moment it stopped ticking. And just like before, that moment became magic. This story shows us that time is not just numbers. Time is memories, people, and love. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video. Subscribe to Learn and Shine. Leave a comment below. What is your favorite family story? Watch our next video. More English stories every week. Let's keep learning together with love, stories, and simple English.